All right, guys, let's back up. Have you heard the story about the people in California that staged break-ins to high-end cars, reporting that there were thefts from these cars by a bear, that a bear had broken into these expensive cars and dragged stuff out, damaged stuff, stole stuff, and then they turned in phony insurance claims because the reason it was phony, it was somebody in a bear costume. This, you can Google this. This is the story. So the reason I'm making this video is that I was the guy in the bear costume. So let's rewind a bit and let me explain. Honestly, I can't believe I'm here explaining all this to you now. I don't even know what got into me. Honestly, the bear suit was supposed to be, it was just a joke. It started out as a silly joke, and it started small. One night, my buddies and I were hanging out talking about how ridiculous it would be if someone tried to rob a car in broad daylight dressed as a full-on brown bear. Like, we're laughing our heads off. And one of us, probably me, I admit, said, I actually think I have a bear suit in the garage from a Halloween party. Remember? A Halloween party a couple years back? One thing led to another, and well, I didn't mean to take this very far, but the next day, for a laugh, I put on the suit and figured out, okay, I'll just play the part. Maybe steal some mittens or an extra cup of coffee out of this old Volvo parked on our street. Who's going to believe a bear is robbing a Volvo, right? Guys, it seemed like a harmless prank at the time. But then I see a Mercedes G-Wagon parked down the street, and I don't know. Something came over me. A bear just wouldn't go for a couple mittens or some coffee. A bear would go big. And before I know it, I'm yanking the door open, pawing through the console, maybe snatching a couple of phone chargers, a fancy pair of sunglasses. It was exhilarating. But I swear I was going to leave it at that. Only word got around. People started saying, there's a bear on the loose targeting luxury cars. And they were actually scared, terrified. And I mean, maybe I did lean into it just a little bit, just a little. Next thing I know, my innocent joke bear act has escalated to full-on tactical car break-ins. And I'm sneaking through parking lots in broad daylight, pretending I'm a bear, doing reconnaissance. It sounds insane. But at the time, I was in the zone. People would even stop and watch me. Look at that poor bear. Just lost in the city, they'd say. They had no idea it was me. So now I'm hooked on this bear life, right? It's not just old Volvos anymore. It's a 2022 Mercedes E-Class, a Jaguar, a Tesla with a whole charging station right there in the middle of the parking lot. I'd crack the window a little, use my claws to jimmy a few gadgets loose, even huff into the windows for that authentic bear look. Look, I'll admit at some point, it wasn't even about this stuff anymore. It was the thrill of getting away with it. The rush, the legend. Then, of course, the insurance companies started sniffing around, investigating. How could one bear know so much about car locks? They started to ask. A wildlife expert got involved. That's when it hit me. This wasn't just some harmless joke or a goofy bear outfit. This had gotten way, way out of hand. I'm sorry. I mean it. I am deeply sorry. I just wanted to goof around. Maybe surprise a few people. Maybe snag a cozy pair of mittens or something. I didn't think I'd end up here in front of you explaining myself, apologizing. I don't know what I don't know what happened, guys. And definitely don't try it in a skunk suit. They'll smell that one coming a mile away. I apologize.